I'm Josh Rodriquez, Assistant Vice President of FinTech and Mission Integration with West Community Credit Union in O'Fallon, Missouri. I'm this week's guest broadcaster of the CU Daily's Movement in Minutes. Let's get started. Total assets in federally insured credit unions rose by $82 billion over the year ending in Q2 2025 to reach $2.38 trillion. However, the number of federally insured credit unions declined to fewer than 4,500, and credit unions in every asset category below $1 billion experienced membership declines, according to new NCUA data. NCUA's quarterly credit union data summary further found the number of federally insured credit unions with assets less than $10 billion edged up to 22 in Q2 from 21 1 year earlier. These 22 credit unions represent 26% of all credit union assets. NCUA said it will host its monthly board meeting this week with one item on the agenda and one board member present, Chairman Kyle Hupman. The lone item on the agenda is a briefing on the Share Insurance Fund. The president of the Defense Credit Union Council, Tony Hernandez, and the incoming president of America's Credit Unions, Scott Simpson, met in Washington, D.C. to discuss the future of the credit union movement, according to the organizations. During their breakfast meeting, they discussed opportunities to strengthen communications, expand growth, and advance advocacy, the organization said. And while we're in Alexandria, Doug Wadsworth, CEO of the $74 million Tri-Cities Community Credit Union in Washington State, who formed a group to represent the interests of small credit unions, asked for a meeting with NCUA Chairman Kyle Hupman at the agency's headquarters and got one. Wadsworth, who leads the Endangered Credit Union Defense, said the meeting went very well and he was asked to provide follow-up. Inclusive has filed an emergency appeal seeking to overturn an appeals court decision supporting the termination of the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund and the National Clean Investment Fund. In August of 2024, Inclusive had been awarded $1.87 billion as part of the GGRF to distribute to credit unions. The National Credit Union Foundation has announced the honorees of the 2026 Wagner Memorial Awards. The honorees are Kathy Chartier of Members Credit Union in Connecticut, Gigi Highland, the former executive director of the NCUF, and Steve Stapp of Unitas Credit Union in Oregon. All three will receive the Outstanding Individual Achievement Award. In economic news, inflation picked up the pace in August, but it likely won't be enough to dissuade the Federal Reserve from cutting rates when it meets this week, according to Duet Kibid, chief economist with America's Credit Unions. If the Fed cuts rates, it will be for the first time this year. Fees have hit a record high for the third straight year, according to a report from Bankrate. The average total ATM fee hit $4.86 in 2025. That's up from $4.77 last year. Meanwhile, overdraft fees declined slightly to $26.77. The average minimum balance to avoid overdraft fees has climbed to $10,705. Peter Rice, CEO of Hanscom Federal Credit Union, testified before a Senate committee hearing on deposit insurance and warned that implicit protections for the largest banks create dangerous ripple effects, driving deposits away from local institutions. Some proposals have been put forth to raise deposit insurance coverage to $20 million for some commercial accounts. Lower mortgage rates last week led to a 12% increase in refinancing applications, which are up 34% from the same week last year. New purchase apps were up 7% for the week, the Mortgage Bankers Association said. The House passed the National Defense Authorization Act for 2026 without the addition of the Credit Card Competition Act amendments, which are strongly opposed by credit unions, and now goes to the Senate. Congress also now has until September 30th to find a way to fund the government. The Independent Community Bankers of America published a data analysis that says when credit unions buy banks, small businesses and local communities are harmed. It said its research also shows that community banks outperform credit unions in high-poverty areas. In Minnesota, St. Cloud Financial Credit Union said it plans to become the first United States credit union to introduce a proprietary stablecoin. The token, dubbed Cloud Dollar, is being developed with blockchain firm Metallicus and financial technology partner Deland Cuso. It is scheduled for Q4. The $40 million Ocala Community Credit Union in Central Florida is waiving all associated fees during September with its new crypto services, which it said it introduced to hang on to deposits. It is partnered with Investify on the new offering. And also in Florida, the $1.2 billion USF Credit Union is moving forward with a cannabis banking program called Verde. It said the offering follows numerous surveys of current members and that the region is, quote, ripe with cash-only cannabis companies looking to protect their assets, unquote. In Oklahoma, sharp-eyed staff at a Weoki Federal Credit Union branch here prevented a member from losing $50,000 in a scam. The scammer claimed to be law enforcement demanding money for legal issues, but a branch employee noticed the unusual activity and flagged it. And finally, West Community Credit Union of Fallon, Missouri is celebrating the overwhelming success of its See You Give school supply collection drive. With the help of the community, the credit union collected almost 4,500 school supply items for needy students and families across the region. The drive was held in partnership with the Little Bit Foundation, a local organization that serves dozens of school communities and more than 17,000 students throughout the St. Louis area. To learn more about West Community's ongoing commitment to uplift and strengthen our community, check out our podcast, Banking on You, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or at bankingonyoupodcast.com. Well, that's all for today. I'm Josh Rodriquez, and this has been the Movement in Minutes from the CU Daily.